We start our tour of Chapel Road at the Slaney Bridge. We can see the confluence of the rivers Clody and Slaney, which gives Bunclody its name. In the bridge wall is a plaque commemorating in Irish and English the people who were killed at the Battle of Bunclody, or Newtownbarry as it was then called. It took place on the 1st of June 1798 when a force of some 5,000 rebels led by Catholic priest Father Moe Kearns attacked the barracks at Bunclody as part of the Wexford Rebels campaign against border command posts. In 1875 the bridge was being widened, and when the foundations of the extension were being dug, human skeletons were discovered. These were thought to be the remains of those who died in 1798 and were buried in St Mary's Cemetery on Chapel Road, where a Celtic cross was established in their memory. At the far end of the bridge there is a house locally known as the Laundry, because the linens and clothes from the big house, Woodfield, were washed here. Originally this house was an infantry barracks for a small garrison of soldiers stationed in Bunclody in the 1798 period and later. Further up the Chapel Road hill, the large house on the right was the officers' quarters. In the grounds of the house there is a circular pigeon house with a conical roof. Continuing up the road, we come to the cemetery where the 1798 monument was erected in 1875. The Calvary, a bronze figure of Christ, in this cemetery was blessed in 1874 by Bishop Michael Warren, the sermon on the occasion being preached by Father James Cullen, later the founder of the Pioneer Total Abstinence Association. Adjoining is the FCJ Convent Secondary School. Here was located the Church of St Mary Magdalene, built in 1826, and the FCJ Convent, established in 1861, both now demolished, being replaced by the new school. Returning down the hill, which used to be known as Bunker's Hill, on the right opposite the Laundry, is the entrance to the Haldare's house, known as Newtownbarry House. The old building at the entrance is the remains of the old gate lodge to Woodfield, the residence of the Maxwells. The lands around Bunclody were acquired in 1719 by a James Barry. His daughter Judith married John Maxwell of Cavan, who became the first Lord Farnham. The Maxwell family remained in Bunclody until 1854. Newtownbarry House was built from 1883 to 1889. It is one of the last country houses designed by Charles Lanyon. Newtownbarry House was built by the Haldare family and still remains in the family. Looking to our right as we cross the bridge, we see the Bridge Meadow, so named as there was a bridge called Metal Bridge crossing the Slaney River a few hundred yards up from the current bridge. This metal bridge was erected in 1854 but was destroyed by floods in the winter of 1965 to 19. In this meadow there used to be a cricket ground. Later it was used by the GAA and the playing pitch was referred to as the Bridge Meadow Grounds. Two very successful athletic meetings were held here in the 1940s. In the bridge meadow can be seen 5 very tall trees. Locals say that each of these trees was planted to mark the birth of each one of the Haldare family. That concludes our tour of Chapel Road and Slaney Bridge.